Hello, welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen, and today we are making a beer soap again. This is the beer I chose for today's soap, and the label is the color inspiration for the colors we're going to be using. And I talked about some of the wonderful skin benefits of beer and soap in last video, and I'll leave a link for that down below, so I don't need to repeat all that. Beer soaps are awesome. They lather wonderfully, and I highly recommend them. So what I'm also excited about today is I'm going to be using a brand new recipe, and I'll be sharing the full recipe down below in the description box. And it's got mango butter, kokum butter, avocado oil, lots of good stuff going in this soap today, and I'm excited to make it. So let me get everything pulled together, and let's come back and make some beer soap, part 2. And I wanted to remind you, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do. I sure would appreciate it. And it sends the message to YouTube that you're enjoying my content. So I appreciate it. Thank you. And we are back. It is time to measure our oils and butters into our container here. And this is a brand new recipe that I've formulated just for today's video. And I'll be sharing it in the description box down below, but I'll talk you through the oils since this is a brand new recipe. The first oil I need in here is coconut oil. I need 10.2 ounces or 289 grams of coconut oil. All right, and the next is a butter. We're going to do mango butter, and we need 3.4 ounces or 96 grams of mango butter. All right, and our next butter is kokum butter, and I need 3.4 ounces or 96 grams of kokum butter. Okay, that is it for our hard butters and oil, and I'm going to go and pre-melt these, and then we'll add our liquid oils. All right, now that our hard oils and butters are melted, it's time to move on with our liquid portion of the recipe. And the first one is castor oil. This is an oil, oops, there we go, that helps promote lather. It gives your bubbles stability, and it aids in a bubbly bar of soap. So we're going to do castor oil. I need 1.7 ounces or 48 grams of castor. All right, tear my scale out. Now we need avocado oil is going in here, and we need 3.4 ounces or 96 grams of avocado oil. All right, our next liquid oil is high oleic sunflower oil, and this is the brand I use. I get it at Costco. I need 6.8 ounces or 193 grams. And the last oil today is olive oil, and I need 5.1 ounces or 145 grams of olive oil. And I decided to do a combination of sunflower olive oil just because I love the benefits of olive oil, and it helps cut the cost because olive oil is expensive. All right, that is it. This is the oils for the recipe. Now I'm going to go check on my cooling beer solution and see if we can add the sodium hydroxide, and we'll get our soap additives in the oils and all the good stuff. All right, it's soap additives time, and I'm going to be adding about a tablespoon of my kaolin clay and my colloidal oats and get it all blended up in here. And I did add my fragrance oil in here. And the one I'm using has been discontinued, so I'm not even going to mention it, but it does smell very nice. But it's already in my oils because it behaves well. So let's get the additives in. Here is my beer solution. It's all cooled off. I have it in the ice bath as we add our sodium hydroxide to this just to keep everything cool because beer can get hot with the lye solution. So I have 4.8 ounces of sodium hydroxide or 137 grams. And in here I have 11 ounces of beer that I have steamed off the alcohol and the carbonation, and I added a little water to bring it back up to 11 ounces. So that's what's going on. I did put a teaspoon of sugar in here. The last beer soap, I did not put sugar. This doesn't really need it, but I wasn't thinking, and I put it in there, and I'm like, wait, this is beer soap. So there is sugar in my lye solution. Full disclosure, but that will just help aid in the lather. Sugar is a lather builder, so it's not going to hurt anything having it in there. And here is my pinch of silk that I like to add because I have it, and it adds a silky feel to your soap and a little glossy sheen to a wet bar of soap. I like silk. I have it, so I use it. It's an optional ingredient. So now we're just going to add the lye in slowly, a little bit at a time. Do not breathe the fumes. Stand back. Have a mask on. Be smart. All the things. And I like to stir until I don't feel any grit, meaning it's dissolved. And then once all of the lye is dissolved in here, you can walk away and let it cool. This ice bath will cool it very quickly. And if you are new to my channel, I like to soap between 80 degrees and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's my comfort zone. And people have other temperature preferences. This is mine. So that is the temperature I'm shooting for between my oils and my lye. And if there's a 10, 20 degree spread, like if this is 80 and the oils are 100, I'm okay with that. I'm not a super stickler about temperatures if they're in range. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes I think I talk too much and I can overcomplicate issues, and I certainly don't mean to do that. So please forgive the rambling if I'm rambling. There we go. And this is hot enough, even in the ice bath, that all that silk is melted, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. All right, we'll be back when this is fully cooled and it's time to make soap. All right, we are back. The beer lye solution and the oils are cooled. I just took the temperature. This is 92. This is 87 degrees. So good to go with that. And I wanted to show you the colors. So let's harken back to the label here on the beer. This is like a navy blue and then a gold, and it kind of inspired me. So I'm going to be using oxides and aquamarines today, or ultramarine today. Matte cobalt blue ultramarine powder, and I have a matte yellow oxide. So these two are going to be the color swirls today. I think they're quite beautiful. So that label was the inspiration for those. And I have my containers off to the side to color and all the good stuff. And I am going to do a hanger swirl again on this. I did one with the last beer soap. I love my hanger swirl, love my hanger tool. If you don't have one of these handy dandy tools, you can get them at any like Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon. It's just a cable tie. It's flexible. It's coated in rubber, so it's lye safe, and you can bend it to fit your mold. Love, love. All right, all things good. Let's get the beer lye solution in here and get a nice emulsion, light trace, and split off our colors. And I may throw a little titanium dioxide in the uncolored portion because the fragrance I'm using does have a 0.75 vanillin, which means it will discolor a little bit. the next day, and I am very anxious to see how those swirls came out. This soap got a little thick on me, which can sometimes lead to beautiful swirls. Other times it can lead to not much going on the inside. So there's only one way to find out. Let's get in here and see how those swirls came out. Back with the lovely Olga. I'm excited to get in here, and I wanted to mention I forgot to add sodium lactate to my beer solution. This did go through gel phase last night. I put it on a heating pad, put a cooler over the top, so I think we're going to be fine. It feels fine. It came out of the mold nice and clean, but that is why I typically add sodium lactate to my lye solution to help with unmolding the next day. But I think we're going to be fine today, so let's just proceed forward here. It is a little soft. The cutter went through nice and smooth, so I will be very gentle with these. Oh, I think we're going to have some prettiness. Oh, look at that. So pretty. Oh, I love it. All right, I think, here we go. Yeah, I think it represents. I'm very happy. All right, let's talk about the recipe I'm using today, which I'm really excited about. I think it's really a good recipe. When I ran it through the soap calculator, I looked at the hardness of the bar and the lather and all of the things that I'm looking for in a bar of soap. And so when I calculated it in, it looked fantastic to me. So let's just say if you don't have avocado oil or Kokum butter or whatever, I get asked a lot, can I substitute a different oil? And the answer is yes and no. So yes, if you run it through a soap calc and take a look at the saponification values, because if you change out avocado oil for, let's say, hemp oil or walnut oil or fill in the blank, it may have a different sap value, which will affect your lye ratio. And so, yes, you can change the recipe, but no, you can't just do it and not run it through soap calc, because it will affect, or it could affect, your lye ratio. So I hope that's clear, because I know sometimes when I have a recipe like this and there's unusual oils in it, people are like, oh, I want to make it, but I don't have that oil. Well, just learn soap calc. And I would just say, if you are a beginning soaper and you're new, take the time to get to know tools like that. They will benefit you in the long run. All right, so I did not use the sodium lactate. These are just a fair bit tacky today, so I'm going to let these sit overnight before I come in and do my beveling and stamping, because I don't want to be too aggressive with these today, and I'm loving them. I don't want to mess them up. I'm so happy. This one was fun to make. I love a good beer soap. If you've never made beer soap before and you're a soap maker, I challenge you to try it. It is so worth the effort if you do it like I do and simmer all the beer and have to wait for it to cool and all that. It's so worth it. And if you do it like some other soapers and you wait till you get trace and then you throw your beer in there, then that works too. I just think it's fabulous soap. I hope you give it a try, and I hope you have a wonderful day.